Shalom and good morning, everyone. I am Leigh with Fiery Faith Ministries, and this is Morning Manna. I am so thankful and blessed for this week. I pray that each of you are coming into this time. I look at it as a season of remembrance, and we're remembering so many things and reflecting on the magnificence of our Father and the greatness and the mercy that he's shown each and every one of us. Good morning, everyone here. I just want to say a quick good morning to all my brethren that are here with me. We have Wirewool and Andrea and Betty and Nina. Shalom, everyone. I'm so glad to see you. My husband, James, Amanda, and Sue. How blessed I am with each and every one of you that are here to gather and fellowship together to get this day started. Or like Sue, you're I'm not sure what time it is there, but it's way ahead of where we are right now. Andrea's, thank you so much. Remember, or Zakar, such a big word for us. It is, and especially right now, depending on when you start to celebrate Passover or Pesach. We wish that and pray that it's a wonderful time of reflection and remembrance for each of us as we go in. It's 3:00 for Sue. So yes, you're definitely ahead of us. So we're 9 a.m. in Central Time and 10 a.m. For, I think, a huge portion that are here. So you're definitely way ahead into the day from the rest of us. So what I wanted to bring today, whether, like I said, whether you're celebrating the beginning of Pesach today, tonight, tomorrow, Wednesday, we're all on different calendars, some of us on the same. I honestly think that the Father sees the effort that we're giving, and it's pleasing to Him, that it means so much to us that we are doing our due diligence to keep this time with Him. Good morning, Sherry. Shalom. So glad to see you as well. So I think it's a pleasing aroma to Him, and it delights Him. He delights in us, and He sees that we are loving Him and the Messiah, and we want to remember. We want to do as best we can with the words that we've been given to keep this special time with Him. And that's the thing. We want to draw closer to Him. We want Him to draw closer to us. And in this time of remembrance and reflection, I think He's okay with whatever it is we're making that effort. That's what matters. And as you study this out and you look into the history of Passover, after Exodus, and you see how they kept it even in the time of Messiah, we see that. Good morning, Eileen. Shalom. Glad to see you as well. We see that there was a pilgrimage every year. And as they journeyed to the holy city, they would sing the songs of Ascent, which is in Psalms. But first, I was going to read in Numbers 9:1 through 9:5 the explanation or the words that we were given or that the Israelites were given in the desert, right? So, and Yahweh spoke unto El Moshe in the wilderness of Sinai in the first month of the second year, after they were come out of the land of Mitzrayim, saying, let the children of Yasharel also keep the Pesach at his appointed time. And the 14th day of this month at evening ye shall keep it in his appointed time, according to all the rites of it, and according to all the ceremonies thereof shall ye keep it. And Moshe spoke unto the children of Yasharel that they should keep the Pesach. And they kept the Pesach on the 14th day of the first month at the evening in the wilderness of Sinai, according to all that Yahweh commanded Moshe. So did the children of Yasharel. And these songs of ascent were the pilgrimage. As they took the pilgrimage to go to the holy city for Pesach. They would go up and down over these hills as they made their way there. For to be there, they had to time it out and be there exactly at that time, right? So they're the songs of ascent. They would sing or recite these psalms. I think they were singing them as they went. And it made me realize that in this season, as we have all been approaching Pesach, as we've been removing the leaven and we've been cleaning things out, I noticed that every year at this time, there is a lot of spiritual attacks. There's a lot of hard times that come upon us. For the last 3 years, we've had tornadoes at the same exact time and terrible weather at the same exact time every year. And I feel it's because we are doing our best to spend the time with the Father and keep his appointed times, and it really inflames the adversary. And I know exactly that we're doing the right thing just by the attacks that happen. And I'm lifting and praying for all of you. I know we have all been going through our own difficult times in so many different ways, but do be encouraged, brethren, and realize that I take these times as a sign that we're doing the right thing, because when things are against you and trying to stop you and you feel like we're ascending this hill to go down and ascend another hill and go down, just like they were doing, going up and down the hills, trying to make it to the holy city. That's what we're doing every single day. And I'm going to remember these songs of ascent, these Psalms, and it's Psalms 120 through 134. I'm going to be reading 120 through 126, and then James will be finishing the rest on his day, and I believe he will be doing that on Wednesday. So we will have several more scripture readings during the week, hopefully that we will put out that will fit with Pesach and fit with this time. But this is definitely where I wanted to start today, just in his word. Just so we know that we may be going up and down these hills, doing our best to try to keep these set apart days. I know that there's stresses that happen that try to throw you off of Shabbat, that try to throw you off of any time that you're keeping these special times. But just keep these Psalms in mind, and maybe have them as a go-to, like what I'm going to keep them as a go-to, and just realize I'm just going up and down these hills as I'm traversing the narrow path to Yah, right? So starting in Psalms 120, verse 1 through 7 here. In my distress, I cried unto El Yahweh, and he heard me. Deliver my soul, O Yahweh, from the lying lips and from the deceitful tongue. What shall be given unto you, or what shall be done unto you, you false tongue? Sharp arrows of the mighty with coals of juniper. Woe is me that I sojourn in Meshech, that I dwell in the tents of Kedar. My soul has long dwelt with him that hates peace. I am for peace, but when I speak, they are for war. Psalms 121, 1 through 8. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills, from whence comes my help. My help comes from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer your foot to be moved. He that guards you will not slumber. Behold, he that guards Yasharel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is your guard. Yahweh is your shade upon your right hand. The sun shall not smite you by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall guard you from all evil. He shall guard your soul. Yahweh shall guard your going out and your coming in from this time forth and forevermore. Psalms 122, 1 through 9. I was glad when they said unto me, let us go into the house of Yahweh. Our feet shall stand within your gates. O Jerusalem, Jerusalem is built as a city that is compact together, Whether the tribes go up, the tribes of Yah, unto the testimony of Yasharel, to give thanks unto the name of yahuah. For there are set thrones of judgment, the thrones of the house of David. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. They shall prosper that love you. Peace be within your walls, and prosperity within your palaces. For my brethren and companions' sake, I will now say, peace be with you. Because of the house of Yahweh Eloheinu, I will seek your good. Shalom and good morning, Eric. Glad to find you here. Psalms 123, 1 through 4. Unto you I lift up my eyes, O you that dwell in the heavens. Behold, as the eyes of servants look unto the hand of their Adonim, and as the eyes of a maiden unto the hand of her mistress, so our eyes wait upon El Yahweh Eloheinu, until that he have mercy upon us. Have mercy upon us, O Yahweh, have mercy upon us, for we are exceedingly filled with contempt. Our soul is exceedingly filled with the scorning of those that are at ease, and with the contempt of the proud. Psalms 124, 1 through 8. If it had not been Yahweh who was on our side, now may Yasharel say, if it had not been Yahweh who was on our side, when men rose up against us, then they had swallowed us up quick, when their wrath was kindled against us. Then the waters had overwhelmed us. The stream had gone over our soul. Then the proud waters had gone over our soul. Blessed be Yahweh, who has not given us as a prey to their teeth. Our soul is escaped as a bird out of the snare of the fowlers. The snare is broken, and we are escaped. Our help is in the name of Yahweh, who made heaven and earth. Psalms 125, 1 through 5. They that trust in Yahweh shall be as Mount Zion, which cannot be removed, but abides forever. As the mountains are around about Jerusalem, so Yahweh is round about his people from henceforth, even forever. For the rod of the wicked shall not rest upon the lot of the righteous, lest the righteous put forth their hands unto iniquity. Do good, O Yahweh, unto those that be good, and to them that are upright in their hearts. As for such as turn aside unto their crooked ways, Yahweh shall lead them forth with the workers of iniquity, but peace shall be upon Yasharel. Psalms 126, 1 through 6. When Yahweh turned again the captivity of Zion, we were like them that dream. Then was our mouth filled with laughter, and our tongue was singing. Then said they among the heathen, Yahweh has done great things for them. Yahweh has done great things for us, whereof we are glad. Turn again our captivity, O Yahweh, as streams in the Negev. They that sow in tears shall reap in joy. He that goes forth and weeps, bearing precious seed, shall doubtless come again with rejoicing, bringing his sheaves with him. Absolutely wonderful, these Psalms of Ascent. And I think they are something that we can go to, we can lean into and glean to and see. These were the words, these were the songs that even Yahusha sang, probably when he was on his way pilgrimages, I can't say that word, on his way to the holy city I only could say it 3 times, and I met the quota earlier. So on his way, I imagine him and the Talmudim singing these songs as they went, and probably from the time when he was very little up. These were things that they would have done. This is what all of them did. And to me, these words, I realized he was singing them as he went up and down those hills, as he was beginning and even ending his ministry. These were some of the last things that he sang as he was headed there. And I believe that when I read these, it really gets me. James will finish the remaining verses from 127 to 134, but there is something there that we can lean into in knowing how important these words are, and who spoke them, who sang them, and what they mean. They were some of the last songs that he sang, and I believe they were singing them as they went. And it makes me a little emotional because it is an emotional time. I think about that, and I wanted to put these Luke verses in here after my part of these songs of ascension, because we have to remember, yes, they were delivered in the first Exodus, and they went through that first Passover, when the night that they were getting ready to leave, right? They were eating with their loins girded and their sandals on their feet because they had to go when it was time to go. We're in that season now. The difference is we've had Yahusha come as the last sacrifice. He was the last lamb that saved us all. So we're still in that state of we should be eating and having this time with our loins girded and our sandals strapped to our feet, because our time to leave is coming. And it's very, I know we all watch the state of things, but I would imagine it feels as chaotic to us as it was feeling about the time when these verses here actually played out. So that's just something we should also be reflecting on. I know in church we're taught, when he says, "Do this in remembrance of me," they say that it's communion, and we know that it's the Pesach. It's the Pesach that we keep in honor of him. It was his last meal with the Talmudim. It was the Last Supper, and we do this in remembrance of him. So starting in Luke 22:7. And at the beginning of the daylight hours of the Pesach week, when the Pesach must be killed, he sent Kepha and Yochanan, saying, "Go and prepare us the Pesach, that we may eat." And they said unto him, "Where will you that we prepare?" And he said unto them, "Behold, when you are entered into the city, there shall be a man meet you, bearing a pitcher of water. Follow him into the house where he enters in. And ye shall say unto the good man of the house, The rabbi says unto you, Where is the guest chamber where I shall eat the Pesach with my Talmudim? And he shall show you a large upper room furnished. There make ready." And they went and found as he had said unto them, and they made ready the Pesach. I see this, that he already had this set up. It was already taken care of. And I would imagine the good man of the house that had prepared this upper room for them, he was visited in one way or another and told, this is what's going to happen. Someone's going to approach you as you're bearing this water pitcher, and you need to have this room ready. The Father is preparing a way for us, even when we can't see it, even when we don't know. Just like Kepha questioning, what are we going to do to prepare? How do we do this? He already had a way planned, and he has that way planned for us now. Absolutely. Continuing in Luke 22:14. And when the hour was come, he sat down, and the 12 apostles with him. And he said unto them, With desire I have desired to eat this Pesach with you before I suffer. For I say unto you, I will not any more eat thereof until it be fulfilled in the kingdom of Elohim. And he took the cup and gave thanks and said, "Take this and divide it among yourselves. For I say unto you, I will not drink of the fruit of the vine until the kingdom of Elohim shall come." And he took the bread and gave thanks and broke it and gave unto them, saying, "This is of my body, which is given for you. This do in remembrance of me." Likewise, also the cup after supper, saying, This cup is the renewed covenant in my blood, which is shed for you." I love this thought, and not just the thought, it was his sacrifice. He was letting us know he's given his all to save us. He doesn't want to lose one of us. And this time of Pesach, of coming together, this remembrance, this time of reflection, I feel it's just ever as important to visualize this scene, to visualize that it's him handing these things directly to us. We need only choose him. We need only take the bread of life from his hand and take the fruit of the vine, the living water from his hand. He loves us and wants not to lose any one of us. And I love that we have this time, that we can come together with brethren, or even just our family, or even if there's not going to be a physical person in your house, there will be Elohim, there will be Yahweh. He will be with you. We are never, ever alone. And I thank you all for sharing this time with us. It's a very special time. This time a year ago, James and myself and Eileen were together for Pesach, camping out, surviving tornadoes, and baptizing in ice cold, freezing water. And I am just so blessed that every year we get to have different experiences and draw closer to the Father every single year. And I'm so thankful for each of you that are part of this family, because we are a family. Whether we can celebrate together or not, we are celebrating here together. We may not be physically together. So I pray each and every one of you have such a blessed day. If you're celebrating tonight or tomorrow or Wednesday, we're all together in the body of Yahusha, and he has given of his life for each of us, and he loves each of us, and I love each of you. And I just pray blessings over you. Hag Samak, if you're already in the time, and join us in Telegram. I expect to see some pictures and sharing and laughter and love. If you're singing, if you're playing instruments, whatever it is, let's all share together in the Telegram groups and be the big family that we are. So much love and blessings to each and every one of you. We love you. Shalom.